7 o'clock, July 16th. I'm going to call this council meeting to order, and I'll ask Councillor Dallas Funk to read the reconciliation.
Thank you. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge our meeting place. The City of Flin Flon Council Chambers is situated on the ancestral land of Treaty 5 territory. We would like to acknowledge that we also work in partnership with First Nations in Treaty 6 and 10 territories, and the Red River Métis Nation.
Thank you. Now, we will have a reading and confirming of minutes with Councillor Slip.
Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held July 2nd, 2024 be adopted as received.
I need a seconder. Councillor Richardson, all in favor? That's all in favor. Okay, thank you. And we move to resolutions. So we have a check schedule, and we're going to Councillor Dallas Funk.
Thank you. Check schedule 29-002. Can't talk to. Be it resolved that the accounts in the amount of $1,100,606.68 be approved for payment.
Seconder, Councillor Hanson, all in favor? That is passed. So we will move to number 3.2, and that is Councillor Hanson.
I have the first reading of the garbage bylaw. Be it resolved that bylaw number 2024-02 being a bylaw of the City of Flin Flon to repeal bylaw number 3494, a bylaw of the City of Flin Flon to regulate the storage and disposing of garbage and other refuse within the City of Flin Flon be read first time and passed on first reading.
And I need a seconder. Councillor Dallas Funk, all in favor? Hands are up, all of us. Okay, thank you. And the animal control report, Councillor Richardson.
Animal Control Report for June 2024, 29-04. Be it resolved that the Animal Control Report for the month of June 2024 be received and filed.
Seconder, Councillor Slip. All in favor? Thank you. And, well, we will be the quickest one in ever.
I know, that's what we...
Before, though, we go to adjournment, we've been asked a lot of questions lately about fires and about emergencies and that sort of thing. And I want to make something clear because we've had the opportunity and we've been asked to do this from radio stations, newspapers, and TVs all over the country. And they're asking, like, is there anything you want to add, you know, after they've asked their questions about what's going on around here and the attitude of the people. And I've told them that the attitude of the people is they're well informed as they can be about what's happening, but they're very patient, they're watching and that sort of thing. They said, anything else you want to say? And on each occasion, I wanted to say that we are seeing a cooperative attitude between the province of Manitoba and the province of Saskatchewan, both in their firefighting people and the political leaders who are facilitating the safety aspect of what it is we're doing. And so they've been seen to work together very well, and they're cooperating. And I thank them on the news sites, and I want to thank them here publicly because it's because of their quick action that this fire that was outside of Creighton, and it still exists, but it's because of their quick action that was knocked down and didn't turn into something, which it certainly could have turned into another monster, but because we got immediate attention from both sides and the cooperation that we're in the good, fairly comfortable position we're in now. And I really want to comment on that before adjournment, all right? So that being said, this is adjourned and we're open for questions. Yes.
Okay, I'll piggyback that fire thing then, George. Like you mentioned, fire is still going. What is it? Does Flin Flon's involvement been in this procedure for training?
Sort of involvement has been that we have been at each of the meetings, or we've had representation in each of the meetings on a daily basis with Creighton and Tenerife and with the Saskatchewan fire people. So we've been kept to what the situation was all along, and been able to make our plans based on that. And we've been asked our opinions on, the actions of and reactions and what part we've been able to take. So we've been a part of it. It's actually been since the emergency we had 6 weeks ago. We've had way better communication between all parties involved, and not just the communities, but the health units. We haven't had to deal with the schools because they're out.
Right.
But, everybody who we thought was been involved and could need to be has been involved. So it's been good.
And I imagine they've been using probably what you guys went through last time, using it as kind of a gauge, right? What to do?
Yes, and remember that we have Manitoba fire crews fighting in Saskatchewan right now on foot. We have Manitoba water bombers. So our involvement has been to push to have both sides of the border recognize the regionality of this and work on it. So it's been good.
Okay. Bill, can you be a little bit more specific as this resolution that you read? Because I really don't know what you're talking about.
I believe this is about the eliminator of the amount of bags in your case, AP.
Sorry?
It's to do with the amount of garbage that you put out each week.
Oh, at your own.
Because we have some residences that are putting out 6 and 7 and 8 bags of garbage.
Okay.
It's too much for the garbage truck.
Okay.
So we're going to limit the amount of bags that you put out to cut us 3. Yeah.
And when is that effect? Like, when does that come into play? Like,
Reading.
okay.
This was first, so what we're reading it out second and third have to be done then, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But also within that new bylaw, people have the opportunity to come in, make and purchase kegs so they can have extra garbage bags if they want to. Most municipalities do have a limit on their garbage bags. We're one of the only municipalities within Manitoba that does them.
So you come in and you can purchase tags for extra bags?
Yeah, so like for example, in the Fon Thompson, I think they're at 2 bags. And that's it, because they're trying to promote more recycle.
Right.
So we're hoping that people will go that route as well. And then, yeah, you can go into City Hall and can purchase kegs if you want to have extra garbage.
Okay. And that's the first reading. You have to have 2 more readings before it's
Yeah.
passed.
And so we can do both readings tonight.
Okay. But basically, it's after the 3rd reading, whenever that is.
So they would look more cross things. Yes, because that's also part of the problem. So, some people are putting out 15 bags, and that just slows down the truck tremendously. But we didn't take it lightly. It was a huge decision. We worked a lot with the union and with the employees that are boots on the ground, that were taking notes and how much longer it was taking them to do garbage. They brought in pictures, and some residents had multiple, like 20 bags at some places, which is unheard of to put out 20 bags a week. And that was over time. So the push really came from the employees, but also from a recycling perspective as well, hoping that people will recycle more and will be more efficient within our landfill.
Okay. Because, and something like that for, thinking that might not be an issue. Somebody who says that was never had to throw 20 bags of garbage onto a garbage truck. Like that, there'd be an OSHA consideration to this too, wouldn't there?
Well, there's a weight restriction on your garbage. You never limit its weight. I'm concerned. Yeah.
So just one more question from me. The last meeting, you talked about that Flin Flon Hotel, what they're doing, an asbestos report. Does that come in?
I haven't seen anything at this point.
Okay. That's it for me.
For whatever it's worth, with even with your comments at the end there, Mr. Fontaine, that's 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I think that might actually be the record.
I suspect it was like,
There you go. To go a little bit off your comments about cross-border cooperation, because you said that SPSA and Wildfire Service in Manitoba have been working together on this fire and the WE 2010. We got to come up with a better name for that, by the way. That's a horrible name for a fire. It's hard to say out loud. Does that give you hope for increased cross-border cooperation in different fields aside from that, like healthcare or anything like that?
I think it does. I think every time that we have a little bit of cooperation between the provinces, it builds a little bit of trust. And we're really working hard towards that because, we've been, since we got in, trying to really push the issue with both governments. Every time we have a conversation about it, specifically the healthcare, that healthcare was a boost to the conversation that got us speaking, and we're already in conversation with the governments when it came to fires. We got to, they're getting used to hearing from us, and they're getting used to hearing from us that way. So I think it's going to change the way they think in time. But we got to keep pushing.
Rob said that you could use the response from the first fire kind of as a gauge of response to the second one. I want to know, because, we have 2 fire situations close to town in quick succession. How has the approach changed from a city perspective or a regional one from the first one to now?
Cooperation is the change. The instant, so when this fire was announced to Creighton, we were actually in Creighton for another meeting. We ended that meeting quickly and went directly to work on this. So within an hour, we had representatives around from everybody who had to be a part of dealing with the fire because we knew who we were dealing with now. Like it was just instant. So the response was just instant. The request to the province of Manitoba was within the hour. The response from them was within 3 hours. You know what I mean? So all those things, last time it was days and days. Now we said, no, we won't do that anymore. We'll make sure we call and then take whatever red tape is around and cut that tape and go through it. And that's what we did.
Okay. Awesome. Also wanted to ask about the status of the evacuation. I don't know exactly what the wording was from the city. I know alert has been used by at least a couple of communities. I don't remember the exact wording that the city has used, but basically telling people to be on evacuation standby. Is there an idea for when that might be lifted?
Is there what?
Is there an idea for when that might be lifted?
Yes. What they're doing right now is we've left it, and they've been explaining the situation of the fire to us each day. But they waited because we are expecting both warmer weather, quite warm weather, and winds. So basically, they kept talking about it as a potential test day. And the test day would be what happens when these conditions occur and can we control them? And once they know that we can control them, maybe. But really, what they're saying is that they're going to be here on this fire until it is 100% done, dead, because of its proximity. So I think we'd be ready to lift it within a few days, but we're going to have to watch the conditions. So if I send something like that, and you say, well, 2 days from now it's gone, maybe it won't be gone. So we have to wait it out.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And that,
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah, that counts special.
So we've been advised to just wait.
Okay. Anything in particular that you'd want to share with people out in Flin Flon about how this works from a city perspective, this whole process?
You mean how it works?
Like what the city's role is in something like this?
Well, we can call anybody we need to call, and we have the weight of the city to be able to do that. So that's what we do. We advocate on the part of the entire region, basically, but we do it with the weight of the city, and it does carry something, and so we're taken seriously. I'm not sure what else that you'd like to add to that.
Okay. Also wanted to do a semi-regular pool update from the city perspective. And yes, I am going to go over there later and check it out myself. But before I do, how has everything been going with it over the last, I think it's been a couple of meetings since I've asked. So how's it been going over the last month?
Great.
Includes
Carrie?
just anything. One thing I will say, Earl was actually man on the beach there. He pulled me in Nova Scotia for an interview on our tickets.
Yeah.
We have the 50-50 tickets for sale now for up to $15,000. That is going to be drawn at the Blueberry Jam on the Sunday. So everyone get their tickets. The application's online. I think it's on the city website even. And there's an each transfer address set up, so it's easy to purchase. So get your tickets, everybody.
Okay. Is 15,000 a limit? Is that the code?
Yep, that's the license we got. Okay.
You know, and does it cost more to get more of alert? That's a question I was asking, because you go to the 50-50 at the Jets game and it's up to $100,000.
It's definitely, I only, don't put me on this, I only know from a Rotary perspective at times, depending on what we're actually doing for the event, you apply for different licenses.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just rules and stipulations and all of that. But to further you, it's going really great. And so the foundation is all for it. That's great. They've got the line hooked up now, the water main line, and I think it's completely done. But if you actually call Mike, he can give you an actual, because he is the liaison project manager for the city. Okay. And he's down there every morning and every afternoon talking to Bill, who is a project manager for Furnace and Launch. So you would get like an exact what phase, what the timeline and all of that from Mike.
You said the water line's hooked up now?
Yeah. So.
Probably not being used for much. I mean, I don't think you're going to fill it up. Yeah. But
You know, it took longer than they thought. The line was way down deeper than they thought it was. So they had to like chase the line and find it. Okay. So it took them, the city actually did it. The city did that part themselves. Yeah. But it's all ready to go.
Is it the same, more or less, water hookup as the old pool, or is it a different structure now?
It's brand new.
Okay.
Yeah, it's new.
Also, how's the fundraising front going for that, the pool? So I know there obviously like a large project like that, or like the emergency department, there's community contributions, and we've got the 50-50, as you said. How is the rest of it coming along? To anybody in the room who can answer, because if Karen's got some information, I'd like to hear it, but like anybody.
On the events committee, we're getting close to $10,000, like just the little events. Yeah. On the corporate side, I'm not sure how that's going, but the total for fundraising is about 400,000 something.
Yeah, that's about right. There is actually going to be an announcement next week. Is that the Thursday? Yes.
Yeah, it's for 4N mining, right?
And part of what they're going to do is they will be talking about their particular donation. And so that would be one.
You know where that's at? They haven't confirmed where that's at yet.
I thought that football,
Because they said it might be the Sportex too, I was told.
Yeah.
where
I've heard I've heard 3 different places. So
That's right? Well, I just said that was one of the possibilities.
saw it said. Okay.
well, I said to him, you better buy that, how many 40-ton or 60-ton truck onto the football field? I was to create a light up.
No. You say goodbye to your sprinkler heads.
We are in Thursday. Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah.
In September, we're gonna have
It's a wine and
a wine and cheese event for sponsorship, and so we're gonna pull that here on Thursday. I don't have the exact date and time, but next time we get together, I'll give that to you. So that is one thing from the sponsorship side, and I know from the fundraising side, we're just focusing on the tickets, and they're doing a fantastic job. And small committee, big heart, lots of work.
And there's other things coming here.
Yeah.
And then a local citizen actually has contacted the senior at the challenge. I won't give the details now.
Yeah.
But it's exciting challenge she has brought forward. So we'll be looking more into that in the fall. So and it's first day skate room, so happening again.
So fun. If you haven't done it, do it. It's so fun.
Okay.
I'm glad of food.
It's in
Just kidding.
stuff. I think you're being serious.
Should I'm gonna be in.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've still got some more. I wanted to know a little bit from the city and whether this would be something for council or for any particular official here or not. I wanted to know a little bit about the musical ride that's coming up here for the city. I know that the city's taking a role in organizing that locally, and I believe there's a cost split between Flin Flon and Paw to bring them up here to do the shows in both places. I know occasionally that this is used as a way to raise money for a community cause, or there's fundraising attached to it. Is there any sort of angle like that with the musical ride event coming up here?
There isn't an angle that I'm aware of, but that would be a question for Kate.
Okay.
What I do know is that people are flocking into our office to buy tickets.
And where's it going to be held?
Sintova.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was last time.
Foster Park last time.
Yep.
Yeah, that was too. I better fly.
You better flock. You might not get a ticket.
Yeah.
Still lots of people.
Yeah, I've been trying to go through.
$10.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah. Been trying to go.
Yeah.
Been trying to go through the RCMP to get a media thing for that, and that's been fun.
I bet.
Yeah. Large groups and media permissions.
We have an ex-SAR San Diego Civil vet on this part.
Yeah.
We have Andy Leclerc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting homecoming, I'm sure. He lived right across the way from that place too, a block down from Sintova, if I remember right.
Yeah, Foster Park right across the street.
Yeah, exactly. Go wave at his old house if you feel so inclined. Also, I know that sometimes these shows come with local entertainment. Has that been decided for this, or is that still to be determined?
Kate, question?
Okay, well, add it. I'll annoy her tomorrow.
Thursday, July 10th.
It says the Main Street project will be commencing the work on the week of July 22nd, so next week.
Okay.
And that's the work right on the corner by the dental office.
Okay.
And then down the portion of Main Street. There will be Manitoba Infrastructure is involved in setting up the detour. There will be a single lane on Main Street, and it could take some time for that work to be completed. So we'll be dealing with that not detailed, of course.
I'm thinking the rest of summer probably, right?
One problem, please. Yeah.
Okay.
The other project that we will be starting on the other end of Main Street, but which is only going to be about 3 days long, is the demolition of 118 to 120.
Okay.
The buildings beside the hotel.
Oh, okay, you're
Just the two of them or all three?
Just three.
3 buildings, you said? 118 to 120?
119, 120, and 122.
And sorry, what was the dates of that again, Lynn?
That should be starting on Monday, but so that will be commencing next week as well.
Okay.
That will only take 3 days. It won't be a longer episode like the Main Street one is.
Yeah, I mean, at least one of those buildings, you might be able to knock it down by breathing on it too hard. Also noticed that the Public Utility Board meeting that was postponed for May has been rescheduled for August.
27.
Has there been any sort of communication between Pub and the city about that? And like, what role does the city take in this again? I think we talked about this before, but just so I'm clear.
Yeah, well, the role actually started a long time ago when we did the water rate study, which was done by the consulting firm of Political Consulting. And so then that water rate study was sent to the Public Utilities Board, and they felt that there was enough involvement with the citizens from the community of Flin Flon with regards to that water rate study and the recommendation for the change in water rates, that they would come to the city and do a formal open public hearing. And so our involvement is A, we had the water rate study done, and B, when we are at that public hearing on the 27th, we will be there to answer questions as well. Public Utilities Board will be sitting at the front tables. They are the actual hearing people. We'll be supportive.
Okay. I've got just 2 more questions. I've been keeping you guys long enough. It's been 20 minutes off of a 2.5-minute meeting.
You could just
I could do that. I noticed going down Main Street yesterday that there was a couple of people putting in what I thought were bollards over by one of the vacant areas between...
CRBC.
Yeah, exactly, that area. Is that... I would assume that's connected to the conversation that y'all had with the member of the public at last meeting. Is that from that, or what is it from?
No, that's what Milt's Way.
Yeah.
There's a sign going up there.
Okay.
And we weren't allowed to attach it to the CIDC building.
Okay.
Maybe it was
It's public art. So there'll be like a, kind of a Chelsea and Bain Lane or something.
Okay.
Or we'll be talking about it with enough people congregated there to show them.
Fair enough. Yeah, keep you posted for that. So I know the unveiling of the mural, I got the notice 10 minutes in advance, so that was great. Also wanted to check in real quick about the Flin Flon Public Library. I know there's been construction going on there for a bit. Wanted to know how that's been going and if there's a date for when that may be finished and reopened.
Did you?
nobody's giving me an up.
Okay, so I only, because the mayor asked today, so I sent a text asking. The inside will be done in about a week, and they'll have to finish the outside.
Okay.
And then it has to be, then the engineers have to come and give the okay. Probably 3 weeks, and they should be good to go.
Okay.
It's been going well.
Okay. So I know it was supposed to be 8 weeks, and I think that was 10 weeks ago, so I figured I'd
When-
double check.
You can ask Mike that question.
I rethink them.
Yeah.
I got a list of people to bug tomorrow, so there we go. Absolutely. Perfect. That's it from me.